as Banbagida annulled Abiola's election. Meet the real actors of June 12. 24 years after the annulment of June 12, NAGE.com presents some of the major players in election debacle that plunged Nigeria. Abiola of the Social Democratic Party, SDP, was acclaimed to have defeated his Bashir Tofa of the NRC. The election was adjudged to be the freest in country's history. 24 years after the annulment of June 12, an election that was adjudged to be the freest in Nigeria, NAGE.com in this report takes you through some of the actions of 11 major players in the annulment debacle. The election, which was claimed to have been won by late Mashood Abiola, a Yoruba man popularly called MKO, is still a subject of great discussion in the political arena of Nigeria. Abiola, who contested the presidential election under the Social Democratic Party, SDP, was acclaimed to have defeated his counterpart, Bashir Tofa, who contested under National Republican Convention, NRC. The election was later annulled by the then head of state, General Ibrahim Banbagida, who consequently faced widespread condemnation and ultimately stepped aside after installing Ernest Shonekan as head of interim government. Mashood Abiola was the winner of the annulled June 12 election. Believed to be the winner of the annulled June 12 election, Mashood Abiola was thrown into detention for declaring himself as president after the regime of Sani Abacha refused to restore his mandate. General Ibrahim Banbagida was the head of state who annulled the June 12 election. General Ibrahim Banbagida was the head of state who annulled the June 12 election. He was reportedly close to the acclaimed winner of the election, Abiola. IBB is currently a member of the PDP, made several attempts to return as a civilian president, but did not even succeed in picking the ticket of his party. Till date, IBB is yet to give a straightforward answer on the June 12 issue. Humphrey Nosu was the chairman of National Electoral Commission, NEC, which conducted the June 12 election. Humphrey Nosu was the chairman of National Electoral Commission, NEC, which conducted the June 12 election, which is also described as free and fair. Ahead of the 1993 election, the Commission introduced Option A for voting system and the open ballot system. Compared to the past, Nosu's election witnessed a major innovation, the introduction of an election monitoring group. 3,000 observers took part in the nationwide exercise. Late General Sani Abacha went after Abiola after the politician declared himself as president. Described as a military dictator, Abacha forced Ernest Shonekan, head of the interim national government, to step down after barely 3 months in office. He threw his opponents into detention. Many fled the country, while some organized a massive campaign against his government from within. He went after Abiola after the politician declared himself as president. Abiola was accused of treason and arrested. He was detained for 4 years. He later died in power. Bashir Tofa was Abiola's main challenger. His running mate in the election was Sylvester Yuga, one-time governor of the former Central Bank of Biafra. Tofa later joined the ruling All Progressives Congress, APC, and became a member of the party's board of trustees. Arthur Nzaraib tried to stop the election. On June 10, 1993, Nzaraib tried to stop the election, relying on a court order which his group, Association for Better Nigeria, ABN, got from late Justice Basikpim of Abuja High Court. ABN was known to be pro-Banbagida. Banbagida Kinib was Abiola's running mate. Banbagida Kinib was Abiola's running mate. It was the first time Nigeria would have a Muslim presidential ticket. Ndubuisi Kanu was the chairman of NADCO. He was appointed governor of Imo State in March 1976, but later in life joined the pro-democracy movement and played a leading role in the agitation for the actualization of June 12. He was the chairman of NADCO. Despite serving Babangida, he described his regime as the time when things started to go wrong, with increasingly centralized control. Akup was a chieftain of the NRC in 1993 and had reportedly congratulated some of his SDP counterparts for their victory. Akup was a chieftain of the NRC in 1993 and had reportedly congratulated some of his SDP counterparts for their victory in the election. Suddenly, the story changed, and Akup later told Nigerians that IBB instructed Tofa not to accept defeat. He is a former aide of ex-President Olusegun Obasanjo, and former Goodluck Jonathan. Tom Ikeme was the chairman of the NRC. Just like Tofa, he refused to accept that his party lost the 1993 election. Tom Ikeme was the chairman of the NRC. Just like Tofa, he refused to accept that his party lost the 1993 election. He even spoke in a manner suggesting that he was in support of the annulment of the election results. Ikeme later served as Foreign Affairs Minister in the administration of Sani Abacha. Ikeme, who is a founding member of the APC, lost his bid to be the party's chairman. He subsequently left, but not without creating a storm. Tony Anene was chairman of SDP. Tony Anene was chairman of SDP. Anene did so much for his party, but the story changed after the annulment. He took the cancellation in good faith, and this earned him so much criticisms. Anene is a prominent chieftain of the PDP and former Minister of Works. Com reports that former Lagos State Governor and All Progressives Congress national leader, Bola Tinubu, and former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, have described the June 12, 1993 elections as a part of Nigeria's history that must live on in the consciousness of Nigerians. Tinubu, in statement on Sunday to celebrate the 24th anniversary of June 12, said that without the uncompromising resistance to military rule engendered by the annulment of the June 12 election, there would most probably be no Fourth Republic today and we would still be groaning under military dictatorship.